Hey, everybody, it's the Virtual Comedy Show. We are live. I'm at the beach. Working out is getting tougher as I get older. You get more soreness and a longer recovery time, which is why I always remember after exercise RICE, RICE, rest, ice, crack, ecstasy. Let's start the show.
Don't listen to him, kid.
In a cabin, going crazy, cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. Please be quiet, except for laughing. We've been a Zoom meeting civilization for more than a year. Come on, you know the drill. Just be polite. We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle, and let's make our semi-quarantined world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
Hey, everyone. It's time for the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassell and Steve Goodie. Tonight, Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest,
Ken Evans,
live from their respective vaccinated homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Here he comes, everybody. Clap a whole bunch. Here he comes. It's actually Brad. Everybody's clapping for Brad, and here comes Brad.
Secretary of Transportation and local boy from my hometown, Pete Buttigieg, and his husband Jason are now the father of twins. The couple are so happy, and we are happy for them. They have named the babies Penelope Rose and Joseph August. They decided against their first choices, trust fund and prep school, because that seemed pretentious. Okay, let's move along. Let's see how this one goes. There are people who are afraid of Friday the 13th, but did you know that it has a name? No, the name isn't stupid. But Paraskeviadecatriophobia. I think that's how you say it. It is said that if you learn how to say the name, it will make sure that you never again want to learn the name of a fear. I messed that joke. Let's keep moving. Scabby the Rat has gained free speech rights. Do you know who Scabby the Rat is? Anyone? Scabby the Rat. The rat is a 12-foot inflatable, pus-filled, red-eyed rat that labor unions use to bring out and set in front of businesses during labor disputes. But now the National Labor Board has tried to outlaw Scabby's use because the businesses say it scares away the customers. Wow. The ban was overturned when a local union rep said, "Which part of labor dispute don't you understand?" I'm not sure I'm excited about that. Okay, here's the first actual joke, I think. The Florida courts have ruled school districts can enforce mask mandates. I think that's fantastic. Governor DeSantis responded, "I will fight this to every kid's last breath." There, I know. All right, here we go. Let's keep it moving. I'm so excited. I want to get done quick because we have so much show. I got a bunch of songs, right? Bunch of songs.
Yeah.
Here's major news that you can use. We have been using the microwave oven incorrectly. Did you know that? Did y'all know? Anybody here? Ellen, are you here? You know that? TikTok user Isabella Avila posted a video that said to put items you are reheating on the edge of the carousel so they just don't spin in the middle and cook unevenly. Another little thing, another piece of product fact, I don't think you know, I wrote it down here. Another piece of product fact is that a back massager has never, ever in history actually touched a back. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm sleeping through this one. Okay, as everybody else is too. All right, just look at the waves. Hey, this is sad. A man died after using glue instead of a condom, which was suggested to him by his Uncle Elmer. The man actually covered his entire member with a strong epoxy. after his girlfriend said she'd only sleep with him if he promised they'd be together forever. And he thought that would cement the relationship. I'm glad I can't see it. Let me tell you like that. Actually, the man and his girlfriend were both drug addicts, and the chemicals in the glue poisoned him because he put so much on. The forensic report said that he died of organ failure. And the man's friends are skeptical of the hospital's findings in the case. The doctors are sticking to their story.
Oh my God. I could fire him.
Hello. I cut my head on the microphone. If you all wondered what that was. And I don't have any makeup. Okay. Hey, up for auction soon. A large slice of icing from Princess Diana's wedding cake from 1981. It is covered with buttercream and tears of regret.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Hey, also up for auction. Tell me if you understand this one. Also up for auction, starting at $2 million, is the gun that killed Billy the Kid. Yes, I want that thing destroyed, said Billy Joel. In the song, he says they hunt Billy the Kid. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Hey, another important joke. Minnesota is asking residents to stop dumping their goldfish into lakes because they are now mating and growing into gigantic environment-destroying pests. It's wild. Just in the last 3 years, 500 lakes are now littered with hundreds of Chinese restaurants.
Oh.
Racism! Yay!
It's quiet here too. All right, I'm gonna keep going. How's this? Oh, Monica Lewinsky told the Today Show that Bill Clinton should want to apologize, but not to her, mostly to the cigar industry.
Oh. He did not.
Lewinsky, by the way, is a producer on the show American Crime Story Impeachment, which dramatizes the entire incident. She said it was really hard to watch someone playing a fictionalized version of herself from 20 years ago, making all the same decisions. The director did have a problem on the set because every time Monica was there, she tried to kill the actress playing Linda Tripp. Okay, I'm not sure that was a joke. Hey, I'm not sure this next one's a joke either. The Robert E. Lee statue in Richmond, Virginia has been removed.
Yay.
And will be filled with a time capsule full of modern day artifacts. Luckily, a time capsule, in 300 years, whatever species dominates the earth will have no idea what's a MAGA hat and a download of Cardi B's WAP. Wet ass, what? Okay. Hey, I'm going to skip one and close up fast. How's that sound? My teeth look okay. Look at some of my teeth. I ate something. That's not good. Hi, folks. Middle Eastern oil giant Saudi Arabia is building what they call a utopian city called Neom. It's powered by clean green hydrogen, solar, and wind energy. It's a futuristic village where Saudis can use clean air and water to abuse women and plan terrorist attacks.
Okay.
Excellent. Hey, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade will be open to in-person viewing on the streets of New York this year.
Wow.
Attendees will continue the habit of in no way shopping at Macy's. Ouch, but they'll enjoy the parade. So, last thing I'm going to talk about, polls show that California Governor Newsom will probably not be recalled, which has led to the GOP governor candidate and conservative radio host Larry Elder to take a page from Trump's playbook and say he thinks there'll be shenanigans in the election. officials called that falderall and decreed the charge malarkey, then closed with 20 scree skidoo. Luckily, voters are also taking a page from Trump's playbook and not voting for Elder. Yay. Hey, everybody, we've got a great show, and I'm not going to get in the way of it like I have been. So let's move on. I will see you all live at the end for the worst joke of the week. Thank you so much. Come on, Steve, take over.
Okay, I will. Let's hear it for Brad Tassell, everybody. Yay! And let's welcome our more recent people who have joined the show. I'm referring, of course, to my parents. Hi, Mom and Dad. Everybody wave. There you go. Okay.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Goodie.
Yeah, that's good. It's important because, you know, I'm the disappointing one. So let's a little energy. All right. Time has come for the top 10 list. We've been doing this every week. Our 71st top 10 list. Wow. That's a lot of That's 710 things.
Yes.
Okay. Who cares? There'll be no math. All right. And for the past few weeks, I've been just doing goofy stuff like top 10 kinds of string and things like that. But I decided to go back to the news. So our category tonight will be a little bit more edgy. Top 10 ways to make the unmasked and the unvaccinated stay away from you. You know, if we can't get them to wear masks and we can't get them to get vaccinated, the least they can do is go away. So how are we going to make that happen? Here are the top 10 ways. Number 10, tie up all of their assets in an idiotic conservatorship. No, wait, that's how you get Britney Spears to stay away from you. Number 9, avoid the COVID tent village in the Vanderbilt parking lot. It's a hospital. Okay, too dark. All right, carry on.
Hey, I saw your post. I get it.
Yeah, thank you. Number 8, staple a hunk of corned beef to your shirt labeled, "This lung is property of the Leprosy Research Council." Because they're scared of that. All right, this next one is actually two-parter, so there'll be a ... at the end. It's okay to laugh, but just understand they carry on through. Okay, number 7, don't go to the Klan rally. Number 6, at the Texas governor's mansion. Feel good about that. All right, here we go. This one's a difficult one. Stay with me, everybody. This is the, again, the top 10 ways to make the unmasked and the unvaccinated stay away from you. Number 5, spontaneously sponsor, support, subsidize, promote, and publicly patronize a plethora of Planned Parenthoods from Port Arthur to the Panhandle to El Paso. Number 4, in a pink Prius. All right, that went pretty good. I forgot to practice that. I realized just as I started, I've never said that all in a row. I'm glad that came out of my mouth. All right, again, these are the top 10 ways to make the unmasked and the unvaccinated stay away from you. Number 3, get peed on by a Russian hooker. No, wait, that's how you get Melania to stay away from you. Sorry. Number 2, carry 2 hypodermic needles raised like 6-shooters and yell, "This hospital ain't big enough for the one of me and the 900 of you."
Oh my.
Okay. And the number 1 way to make the unmasked and the unvaccinated stay away from you, let them host a right-wing radio show. They can't follow you around if they're on a ventilator. That was fun. Thank you very much. I want you to know I worked really hard on that one. And the number 2 one that got that really big response from you with the hypodermic needles, that was the 26th version of that one. I'm so glad I didn't stop at 25 because that would have been a nightmare. All right. It is time for our musical guest. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my very good friend, John Trentes, everybody. First time on the show. Hi, John. John is a Nashville songwriter, and I've introduced him many a time at the Bluebird Cafe, and we do this little thing when I introduce him. I say, John here is originally from Reading, Pennsylvania, as is Taylor
Swift.
Right. Sorry, I've screwed it up. As is
Taylor Swift.
And that's where the similarity
ends.
Better when I don't screw it all up. Okay, so the plan is John's got some funny songs to sing. We've written a couple songs together, and I don't know if one or both of these will be ones I was part of. We'll just see. And then, so he's going to do one, and then my job, like we did last week with Carla, I've got to come up with a song that has something to do with the first one he did, like that, without consulting my mom this time, and then he'll do a second song. So, John, take it away, buddy.
Well, I want to start off by apologizing. My voice ain't the best tonight. Ever since I started taking ivermectin, I've been a little hoarse. Tonight, well, this first song I'm going to do is one that Steve and I wrote. It's called Flea Market. And the songs I'm doing tonight are kind of bug-themed. And wouldn't you know it, I picked up a sponsor. Eliminator.
Yeah.
This segment is brought to you by Eliminator Bug Spray for when you need to kick bug ass and take bug names. She caught him last night with her best friend. Broke her heart in two when she walked in on them. But she don't want pity, she don't need whiskey. She's loading up the bed of her F-150. Saturday morning at the Starlight Drive-In. Bring your money, 'cause she's got bargains on golf clubs, beer mugs, bucket full of spark plugs, Playboy shot glass, big mouth Billy Bass, old Nintendo CB radio, cardboard box full of dirty videos, beat up football, baby hanging on a wall, 1959 gold top Les Paul. A fool and his gold are about to be parted. She's taking all his stuff to the flea market. He was almost to the Cheatham County line. He remembered that he left all his stuff behind. He spun that truck around, laid some rubber down, but not before that little girl cleaned him out. Saturday morning at the Starlight Drive-In. Bring your money, 'cause she's got bargains on a velvet Elvis, satellite dishes, ringside wrestling, season tickets, Harley V-twin, Gibson mandolin, neon sign in the shape of a Heineken, 12-gauge shotgun, engine from a half-ton, Action Comics, Superman #1. A fool and his gold are about to be parted. She's taking all his stuff to the flea market. There's plenty of gear for fishing and a couple of hockey sticks. You can buy his dog-eared first edition of How to Pick Up Chicks. About to be parted. She's taking all his stuff to the flea market.
Yeah! That was fabulous, John. You know, we've performed that at the Bluebird many a time, and I would usually take a slide solo in the middle of it, but Zoom doesn't allow us to play at the same time, so I'm going to take my solo now. Thank you. All right. All right. That song had a lot of themes in it, and I think I'm going to go with the love thing and also selling things and working and stuff. And actually, this ties in because we just had Labor Day. Does anybody here have a job that they're looking forward to not going to on the weekend? Okay. This is for you. Happy Labor Day. I love my job, and I will never, ever, ever leave it. I love my job, and I'll keep saying it till I believe it. I love to work. I love work. I love that guy who hired me, that stinky, stupid jerk. I love my stupid cubicle and zero privacy, and I really love my coworkers who live to bother me. I love the office coffee, it's a special vomit brew. I love the office copier from 1962. I love to park a mile away when I pull in all night out. And someone tell me, what the hell is FICA? I love my job, and I will never, ever, ever leave it. Everybody! I love my job, and I'll keep saying it till I believe it. Sing-alongs on Zoom are really always a good idea.
Who asked for it?
I teach the latest software to the elderly, and then I train the youngsters who'll take my job from me. My computer is so ancient that it has a floppy drive and Windows 95. I love the office restroom. It's always squeaky clean. I wave and beg the stupid paper towel machine. The motion sensor faucet works so perfectly not. And the toilet likes to flush mid-squat. I love my job, and I will never, ever leave it. Just Tina. My job, and I'll keep saying it till I believe it. Key change. In the elevator, I tell a naughty joke. I offended 20-something, turns out she's the CEO. So I'm scrubbing her Mercedes, smooching up her rear, 10 more years till pension, and I am out of here! I love to go to Staples where I pay for Post-it notes. I love that I could die right here and nobody would know. Everyone's a corporate slacking, whining millennial, and I'd quit. What rhymes with millennial? Oh, but I just don't have the genitals. Stop there. Thank you very much. Yay! Thanks. And now, back over to John for his rebuttal.
No.
Jeremy, bear with me for just a second.
No.
Hey, John, what happened to your thumb?
I had an unfortunate gardening accident.
Oh.
Involving misuse of a knife.
Oh.
Thought maybe,
Always attack their
thought maybe you got on the wrong side of a hoe.
No.
Sorry.
Crepe myrtle, actually. All right. Let's see. This is a song that Steve and I wrote, and it's going to be in a movie called Ah, Roach. It's a B horror movie about chemically altered cockroaches that eat a college town. And there's a longer story behind it, but I'm not going to bore you with the details. Anyway,
Tell us how long they've been working on this movie.
well, it's been in post-production for about, 4 years now?
No.
But it stars Casper Van Dien and Barry Bostwick. They're two actors you might have seen in something or other. But anyway, here's the song. In your kitchen in the middle of the night, better think twice before you turn on the light. We don't mean no harm, we don't want to offend me and 700 of my closest friends. Nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stomp on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach. Shoulda done dishes, but you left them in a pile, getting kinda furry for quite a long while. All that crap that you meant to throw away, to me and my friends, it's Thanksgiving Day. Nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stomp on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach. Ba-dum, ba-dum, dum, da-dum. Da-dum, dum, da-dum, dum. Ba-dum, dum, da-dum, dum, da-dum, dum. Hummin', nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach.
Nobody.
Don't stomp on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach. We were here when you were up in the trees. We'll still be around long after you leave. You're top of the food chain, we're at the bottom. Don't stomp the roaches, smoke them if you got 'em. Nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stomp on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach. Everybody with a Zoom delay. Nobody loves the roach. Nobody loves the roach. Don't stomp on me, man, let me be. Nobody loves the roach.
John Trentes, everybody!
Woo!
Man, that's what happens when you take a lawyer out of Ohio.
Oh, I have a public service announcement.
Yes.
All right. Our sponsor, Eliminator. This product should not be used to cure COVID. In fact, if Dr. Fauci were here, he would tell you, do not consume this product to cure COVID. No.
Better insecticides than that.
Public service announcement.
And I think that will do a lot toward convincing certain segment of the society to try it.
I'm
So,
sure
thank
the
you,
phones
John.
are already ringing at the poison centers.
One more time for John Trentes, everybody. That was awesome. What a night. What an exciting night. Hey, we've got a new audience member that just joined us. Our friend Autumn Love is here. And in case you didn't know, that's the mom of the 4-year-old Amelia, who I was chatting with on stage at FumFest. I'm pretty sure Amelia's probably in bed already, but if she's not, you could put her on camera if you want, Autumn. Wouldn't that be fun?
Hi, Autumn.
Well, she doesn't have her
Hi,
camera or
Autumn.
her audio on, so we don't know what her response to this terrible suggestion of mine might be. But you got a little while. We got like a half hour to go. So if you want to wake her up, shove her in front of the camera, and then put her back in bed, that would be fine with us. Okay, it is time for our headliner. Oh, we're so excited to have this fellow with it. Now, if I can just find him, I know he's here somewhere. Ken, where are you?
I'm here, right?
Probably
I
page
can
2.
hear you. I just can't seem to find you visually. Can anybody tell me where he might be?
Do I gotta
There he
Page
is. I just found
Right
him.
there.
He's right there.
He's right there.
Found him.
Hello. There he is. Hi, Ken.
Hey!
There
Hey,
you are.
Ken.
It's Ken and his mentee.
Hey.
We're so glad you're here to join us, Ken. I understand this is not only your first time on the virtual comedy show, this is your first time on any virtual show. Is that true?
Yes, I'm a virgin.
This is amazing. You've made it through a pandemic, 18 months of it, and this is your first time. So we're all going to be very gentle. You've got 10 minutes. Give us some funny stuff, Ken. Let's clap for him.
Hey. Yeah, this is unusual because it's the first time I've talked to my computer where I actually had my pants on. I'm joking. I don't have.
Whoa.
So I'm happy everybody's here. You know, he's talking about Ron DeSantis. I can't wait to Halloween when the kids show up on his porch and he walks out there. He goes, "Take the mask off! Take the mask off!"
Oh.
So I ended up getting a job because, as you know, comedy was closed. So I lost a whole year's work. But I ended up working at the mall. I ended up repairing windshield cars. My biggest expense, paying the kids $20 to stand on the bridge and throw the rocks. Yeah, then they argued. You owe me $20. Like, dude, you threw a brick through the window. You know, to fix it, does it look like I have a Cadillac Escalade window in my trunk? What a year! I mean, it seemed like everything was so scammy, and but I got to end up getting another job, and as long as I have everybody here tonight, I want to say something. I just want to talk about reverse mortgages.
Oh.
It's not like we're trying to take your home. Magnum PI trying to rip off old people. Are you kidding me? It was like the worst year for ripoffs. The best one, I got a call. Is it true? So I got a call from the FBI, right? So, and I saw it came from South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, because apparently Quantico was closed that day. So a week later, it comes through, and I was able to answer. I go, "Oh my God, this could be him. This could be great." So I pick it up and say, "Hey, this is Ken Evans." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Hey, this is Agent Rodriguez from the FBI. And listen, your Social Security number was tied to a crime in New Mexico. You know anything about that?" I go, "No, I've never been in New Mexico." "Well, regardless, you're still responsible. There's two ways to handle this. One, we could take the money from you when you retire out of your Social Security. Or two, you could send us a check, and then when we check into the crime, if you're innocent, we'll send you the money back."
Oh my gosh.
I'm not kidding. So I went full Liam Neeson from Taken on. "I don't know who you are, but it's money you want. I don't have any. What I do have is a certain set of skills. Skills that are dangerous to people like you. If you leave me be, that'll be the end of it. Not Agent Rodriguez. I will look for you. I will find you. I will kill you and everyone in the building and burn that cocksucker to the ground." And he hung up on me. That was a fly on the wall. "Oh no! I just called up Liam Neeson. He's pissed off. Everybody."
Oh my
You
God.
know when it is you're not being scammed too. It's another true story. I run a haunted house here in Fowlerville. It's our 20th season. So 2 years ago, we have this hayride. Hayride goes out into the woods. The first scene, we had this guy dressed up in medieval gear. He's got a giant sword. And he says, "Hi, I'm the baddest person in the woods. Anybody want to challenge me?" There's bodies everywhere. There's just mannequins all made up. And we have this tractor driver. His name's Ray Ray. You know, you can picture big fat guy. She goes, "Hey, I'll challenge you." "You? What can you possibly do?" And he took out a fake 9mm and bam, bam. The guy falls down dead. He goes, "You're in Michigan now, bitch." Everybody laughed. It was supposed to be funny, right? So 2 weeks later, he doesn't show up. But he took the sword home. So I didn't have a sword and I had to do the part. But what I did have is I had a set of nunchucks, right? So I'm great at them, actually. So I go out there, I'm doing nunchucks, everybody applauds. I go, "Is there anybody who wants to challenge me?" And this huge 28-year-old drunk guy gets off the wagon and goes, "Yeah, I'll challenge you. Come on, wimp." Character, right? He finally gets close enough. I go, "Dude, it's a skit. I say this to every wagon." He said, "No, come on. You think you're so bad." I go, "Dude, the mannequins are fake. The nunchucks are real. If I hit you, you're going to get blood all over me." Then Ray shot. I fall down. He goes, "That's what I thought, you candy ass." So I have a special 2-year anniversary coming up in about 3 weeks. 2 years ago, I had complete knee replacement surgery. Yeah, I did it myself.
That part.
There's a video for everything. Hear from your friends. No, I didn't do it. But I had the surgery performed in Novi, which is supposed to be prestigious hospital, so they said, right? So true story, I go in there. I'm going to be the last operation of the day. Get there at 4. I'm filling out the paperwork. And question I've never seen before comes on. It says, what gender do you identify as? Which I thought I answered when it said male or female, and I checked male. But it goes, I wrote on there, "I'm a hot, sexy princess." Funny, right? I didn't think anything of it. And then about 4 o'clock, they wheeled out at 4:30. They're going to knock me out. And I thought, oh, maybe I should do that. I also forgot to mention that my birthday was at midnight, right at midnight the next day. So I was worried about waking up at midnight and they're all standing around with the birthday cake. "Hey, Ken, buddy, happy birthday. Guess what? We pitched in. We got you a present." "Really? What did you guys get me?" "We got your vagina." "No, buddy, it's between your legs." "Yeah." "Yeah, we figured you were already knocked out. And I took a look at your penis and it didn't look like much, so we all pitched in." You're a hot, sexy princess now. They didn't do that. I made that part's not true. But the rest of this is so. I'm supposed to go into surgery 6:30. They tell me I'm gonna be back in my room at 9:30. I get back in my room at 11. They wake me up, and I'm high as a kite, man. I don't even know what the drugs are. They won't tell you what they are because you'll want them. And if there's anybody here, so I'm at the trailer park, I am, because I'd like something. They were. So I wake up and I'm just high as a kite, and I didn't know my name. So I go back to bed. I wake up at 4:30. The reason I woke up is I had this wet sensation, and I thought I peed myself because of the drugs. And so I turned on the night light. I looked out. I'm covered in blood from my waist down. But I'm high as a kite, right? So I'm looking down. I go, "Oh my God, it must be my time of month." Pretty heavy. I hit the call button. She's like, "What did you do?" Like it's my fault, right? I says, "I don't know, aggressive masturbation." Gets me out of the bed.
Oh my God.
And on a walker, and the bed's covered with blood. So she calls a couple nurses, and they come in to make up the bed. And I'm standing there, and she pulls my nightgown off because it's full of blood. But then I'm standing there naked, right? And she takes a wet towel, and she gets on her knee, and she's drying my one leg, get all the blood off of there. And I'm looking at the nurses bent over making the bed. I'm looking at her on her knee. Oh my God, this is the fantasy I always had. get excited. I don't remember leaning on a walker with an IV covered in ice. I go back to sleep. I wake up at 5:30. Look over at the heart and I flatline it. But I still I think I could ride this out. I feel pretty good. And I hit the call button. She comes and goes, "What is it now, Mr. Evans?" I go, "According to your machine, I'm dead." I forgot to hook the heart monitor machine up. I'm so sorry. Yeah, who needs that after hours of extra surgery, 4 hours of blood shooting all over me?
Oh my God.
Oh, that's not the worst part. Worst part, they wake me up at 8:30, which I thought was breakfast. No, she's checking me for vitals, and she informs me that I'm in emergency levels and I have to pee right then, right now. So they wheel me out to the bathroom. I was peeing probably for 15 minutes, and I could not pee. And they wanted me to. I couldn't. She goes, "Oh, this isn't good. Listen, I'm going to go see the nurse that deals with catheters." And I said, "Yeah, I'm Presbyterian." He goes, "President?" This when Trump was president. I go, "Yeah, a little bit." She goes, "Oh, I don't like him." I go, "Why is that?" She goes, "Well, I'm a lesbian, and I don't think he likes our group." I go, "Well, maybe he doesn't. I don't know, but I don't know." So she leaves. She comes back, and she says, "Oh, listen, the catheter nurse called in sick, and the other one doesn't get here till noon. So I'm going to do it, Mr. Evans." Tell me she's a lesbian. I have nothing against lesbians. Matter of fact, if there's any lesbians out here tonight watching, you're looking for a wing chick, I'm your gal. Let's go trolling. But the point is, I'm thinking she's going to be working on equipment she's never seen. It goes. Push Catherine a little bit, scream. Push a little bit over. I scream. Pushes a little more. I scream, and then she can't get it going, and she just yanks it out. Oh! From Michigan down to Tennessee. And she goes, "I'm sorry, Mr. Evans. I'm going to go get a smaller catheter with lubricant on it." Oh,
Oh man.
You're going to go get a police officer. Just did to me was a felony. Based on what you told me about yourself, it's probably a hate crime. And that's my time. That's the 10 minutes.
That was Ken Evans, everybody.
Oh, that was great.
Wow. Ken, that was fabulous.
Yes.
And guess who else is with us? Hey, everybody, it's our friend Brad.
Hey, Brad.
Hey.
You all still respect me.
As much as we could.
Great. That was hilarious, Ken. I just saw the last 6 minutes, and I'm glad you went through that for us.
Yeah. You can't make it real life.
I think we all learned a lot.
Yes.
Like, no matter how much you think they're prepared, ask for lubricant. All right.
That's why they drugs.
All right. Well, I think unless Brad has something he wants to add, I think it's time for our Patti Melt segment.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, I love it. I have nothing to add. I'm just here to say hi.
All right, then. I'm gonna take you away for a second, and I'm gonna see if I can locate Patti, who has got to be here somewhere. There she is. Hey, everybody. It's Patti Vasquez in a very ambient space. What's going on there, Patti?
Yeah, that's you.
Okay, I have to leave. Hold on. I am in the Illinois State Capitol. This is so weird, you guys. I have been doing stand-up comedy for 27 years, and I have been covering Springfield for almost a decade, maybe 6 years. But it's closer to a decade than a year. That's all I'm saying. I'm rounding up.
Dang. Okay, hang on 1 second, though. Hang on, before you melt. We have a special treat, and I checked this with Patti. She thinks this is a good idea. Usually, Patti melts for about 3 or 4 minutes. I got myself a Rubik's Cube 2 weeks ago, and I'm now sort of able to solve it. I'm going to see if I can get this done in the time Patti takes to melt. It's probably not going to work, and we'll try it again next week till I manage it. So, okay, Patti, go.
All right, here we go.
Do it.
I am in the rotunda, and I'm so sorry that it's blurry. I can't fix that. And is there like a weird hand thing happening here? Is it, or am I, have I had, hey, how's it going? So I'm in the rotunda, and I've been covering Springfield for a decade. And right now, they are energy bill. It's called CEJA, the Clean Energy Jobs Act. And so we're listening to everyone have their yays and nays about why it's good or bad, but I just saw a Republican get up and say, well, what temperature are we going for? Because I don't think we're going to do it with this bill. And you know what? Let's just let the free market take care of it. I just heard someone say that the free market solve our climate crisis. There are people drowning in their basements in New York. And this guy's like, what temperature are we going for? Why should we do anything? Coal is good. This is what happens in state politics, and everyone needs to get involved. I think I'm melting pretty well. And I don't know how well Steve is doing with his Rubik's Cube because I can't see anything. But anyway, you guys have got to go to your state legislators and see how bad this is. And this is why I ran for office, was I saw how ridiculous some of these conversations are in Springfield. And by the way, the woman that I lost to is sitting in her chair, and I keep just walking around and stalking her in the gallery, and it's really fun because she can't do anything. It's really fun. I was being a little bit immature, I'll be honest. She's wearing gym shoes with a dress. I get it, you don't want to wear like high heels, but she's wearing rhinestone gym shoes. Can we all just agree? No, okay, maybe just me. I'm being petty. That's just me. Anyway, I really wish I could share how beautiful it looks like this is very strange. This is a real building. I don't know why there's a weird effect going on here. So I'm really, really frustrated with the fact that they don't want to pass this bill. They want to keep everyone's watching Steve, aren't they? Can I also, to that point, I want to say that when I was a kid, I had a Rubik's Cube, and it's wonderful that everything from the 80s is coming back, including like baby bell dresses and combat boots. My clothes from the 80s are vintage now. How is that happening? That is not right. It is not fair. And everything from the fingerless lace gloves to apparently Rubik's Cubes. And I don't know about anybody else, but the only way I was ever able to solve a Rubik's Cube, I never did it the way you're supposed to. I maybe broke it. I just pulled all the pieces out.
I'm thinking about it.
I just figured there was something that I could do that everybody else would be able to, and I was like, you know what? I think it's problem solving. It's, you know what? If there's a way to do it by breaking it, I'm going to find a way to do that, because of how a lot of legislators feel in Springfield. I walked down the press box, and a lot of people were like, oh God, she's back. Yeah, I am. They actually did a background check on me to make sure that I wasn't robbing. By the way, here's my. Oh, you can't see, it's blurry. I can't. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, there she is. I really wish I could fix the screen for you. I'm kind of just vamping right now because we're all watching Steve finish his Rubik's Cube, which is fine. We've never talked about this on the show because there were two musicians today with great songs. I know Steve is a great musician. We've never talked about something that's a little bit wrong with me. I don't have any shame in it, but a lot of people have problems with it. I have what's called an appalling lack of musical knowledge.
Come on down to Nashville. We got a lot of you.
Yeah, but I don't know music. Like, whenever someone asks me, do you know who sings this? I'm like, I don't know, Elvis Costello. And they're like, no, it's Madonna. The thing is, I seem to have been able to hide it for a long enough time. My husband, whenever someone starts getting fascinated by it, and there's a lot of disbelief. I mean, it could be anything. The Bee Gees, I kind of can get. They do the high pitch thing. And I know a lot of Joan Jett and Pat Benatar and Blondie. Apparently, a little bit of the harder female chick rock stuff. But my husband says that whenever someone is just completely fascinated by it, he has to pull them inside and go, you gotta let it go. I let it go over 20 years ago. She's never gonna remember. I don't care what part of the song you play or how you try to describe it, unless it's in a movie. Like, I now know all of Queen music because of the movie. And Rocket Man, John, okay, got it. But everything else, you know what sucks about that is that I own one of those Amazon Echoes. I don't know what to tell it to play. I have no idea. I walk into the kitchen and I'm like, play that one song I liked in my car that one time that I was dancing to.
Hey, you know what, Patti? I give up. I got about 2/3 of the way. This isn't too terrible, but it's not really solved. We'll try again next week. And next week, we're going to get you some better audio. We're going to have you do it from your car because that's when we've had the best luck. It's okay. We can hear you, but we also hear something from Gemini wants something in Saturn or something. We're not sure exactly what we're
We'll
hearing.
teach you how to get rid of that blur.
Yeah.
UFOs.
Hey, it's only our 71st show. We're still working it out.
Yeah, but I've never had that blur before. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Let's hear it for Patti Vasquez, everybody.
Everybody.
Yay.
I'm not listening, but I'm going to go.
All right, now this is the portion of the show where ordinarily Brad begs for money. Brad, do you want to do the begging or shall I do the begging?
I can beg.
Sure. You really can.
Bring me up.
Hang on, I'm trying to find you. Everybody keeps moving around on me. He's here
Cardboard
somewhere.
box.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. There you are. Okay. Hi, Brad.
Hi, everybody. My name's Brad Tassell, and we'd like you to give us money. By the way, here's one reason. I didn't mention this, but Ken, do you remember that you were on the first week I ever worked on the road together? We were in Appleton, Wisconsin.
I went to school there.
Do you remember this gig? We worked for Yoder. We had to share a room. I was the MC and you were the feature. And every night you told me I couldn't come in the room because you had a girl every night and I had to sleep somewhere else. every night of the gig. You said, I've got a girl, and you said, I'm going to hang a hanger out there. And every night there was a hanger because you had a different girl every night.
I don't think that's true.
I think he had a banjo, not a girl.
August of 88. That was all. And Carl Strong was the headliner.
Wow.
And I got, and
He just dropped the
I didn't
microphone.
get to go back.
Didn't
What?
Carl just drop the microphone and that he'd be brought back on for an encore?
Yep, every show, well, and if you remember, every show he would do 20 minutes, make me bring him back. And it was just so hard after a while. And the last show on Saturday, he did 30 minutes. He said goodnight, and I went, hey, who wants to see more Carl? And I said, me either. And I walked off the stage. And that club would not have me back. 6 years later, they said I couldn't come back. And I told them if they didn't have to pay me, if they would headline me and like me, and they did. But yeah. And actually, it was just one night. You had a girl just one night. That I said every night.
All those nights. But I do remember the Carl Strong thing where because I never seen my dude. I'm going to go off stage and have to bring me back on.
4 times sometimes. 4 times.
I never saw it. But that was funny. Yeah, just. Yeah,
that was very good preparation, Brad, for you to do shows where we only get paid if we beg.
Yes.
That sounds like every show I do.
Absolutely.
So by the way, everybody, that leads me to say that if you go to virtualcomedyshow.com and click the button that says donate to the comedians, you can make sure that Ken has condoms. And
hangers.
And hangers to hang on the door. And also that I get to come on from the ships, and that John has money and everybody has money, and we love that. And we sure, and let me say this to all the people who donate all the time, we sure appreciate you more than life itself. It makes us so happy. I can't be serious enough how much joy it brings us that you care that much about this show.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Okay, so please do that.
Hang on, before you do the worst joke, which I know is what you're leading up to, I have a brief commercial announcement that I'd like to present for my new CD, which Alice already has a copy of, and my mom already has a copy of. Oh, that's right, it's on its way. St. Louis is like a billion miles away. So here's a little quick commercial for this.
Some got busy, some got lazy, some got creative, some went crazy. Couch potatoes, avoiding respirators, we all got pretty big round the equator. Shopping online, working online, zooming all day, no pants, that's fine. Hiding at home from civilization, here's what I did over my pandemic vacation.
And that's the name of the CD, What I Did Over My Pandemic Vacation. And you can get it, did I say pandemic vacation? Yes, at stevegoodie.com. That number again, stevegoodie.com.
At stevegoodie.com. By the way, everybody,
Thanks.
I did a PT show tonight, and it was a repeat show because they have us repeat one show. And 17-year-old kid in the show at the end, he's like, I heard that joke before. And I was like, what part of repeat don't you get, idiot? We said. And then he starts saying kind of inappropriate type stuff. And I kept going back because I couldn't attack a kid in a show, even though he's 17. And then he was like, yeah, well, I can't believe you're still repeating all that stuff. I said, well, you should understand repeating like you did the 5th grade. And, and the old people gave me a standing ovation when I said that.
And then they brought you out 4 more times.
That's right. So I'm going to try. I think I can add that to the show later and tell that again, because there's a joke I tell in the show that an 11-year-old did. I brought an 11-year-old once to tell a joke on stage for fun. And I said, is it dirty? And he goes, no. I said, that's good. And he's 11. And I said, what's your joke? He goes, what do you call a cow with 2 legs?
What do you call a cow with 2 legs?
Your ex-wife.
Oh.
Oh.
There you
Yeah. Yeah, 11-year-old kid. And then his dad stood up and went, yeah, everybody, come on.
Oh.
And his name was Ken Yoder.
His name, Ken Yoder. Yeah.
I don't know.
John.
Child? Okay.
John Yoder. That's what I said.
John. All right. Let's just stop the show.
Sorry.
Hey.
Well, we're almost done.
Here's the worst joke. This is literally the worst joke of the week. Might get some heat for it. Here we go. And then the Thursday song. Here we go. A dog in South Korea that saved its 90-year-old owner was made the country's first honorary rescue dog. That's so lovely. In a ceremony, the president called the dog Delicious.
Oh.
Have a very merry Thursday. It's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursday.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the reverie. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with milk, bone, spam, and pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry Thursday.